Okay. So I will be having like back-to-back 5 lectures. Uh, First of all, let me tell you what we are going to have. So this is going to be, as I mentioned, as it is mentioned, that I will be speaking on review of literature and research ethics. Quickly, let me tell you what is going to be course content. This particular paper having 15 contact hours, and out of that, it consisting of 5 different units. The first 2 units, research fundamentals and uh, the identification of research problem. So I will be taking this unit 1 and unit 2. Unit 3, formulation of research problem, will be covered by some other expert. Again, as far as unit 4 is concerned, unit 4 is going to be covered by somebody else, and I will be taking care of drafting of scientific manuscript. So in out of these 5 units, I will be taking care of unit 1, unit 2, that fundamental of research, identification of research problem, and then drafting of research manuscript. These are going to be the references which you can refer. But let me tell you, my friend, I'm not going to use any book for delivering, I mean, like sharing my experiences. This is going to be merely the sharing of my experiences, whatever experiences I have gathered during these 32 years of my academic journey. I will be sharing my those experiences with you. So it's not going to be a typical lecture session. Moreover, since this is going to be online session, we cannot have interaction in between. But I can assure you, I'm going to have at least, I'm going to spare rather at least 15 minutes for interaction at the end of this session. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to share my experiences for 1 hour approximately, because it is already 10 past 12. So I will be sharing my experiences up to 15 past 1, and so that you will be having at least 15 minutes for interaction. I would request you to keep on writing questions at your end, or you can keep on sending those questions in the message box, so that the coordinator of this particular session can take a note of that, and at the end of the session we can have interaction. I don't know if it is possible, because technical team will be taking care of that. If it is possible, we can unmute you all, and if you want, or if you wish, you can start interacting, and you can raise some queries, or you can have some suggestions as well at the end of the session. Let me tell you, my friend, had this been a face-to-face session, I would have asked you a few questions. But due to this pandemic, we are having online session today, and therefore I cannot ask you question right at this moment. But these questions, you can have responses of these questions, and you can keep on writing responses of all those questions which I will be raising during this throughout the session for 1 hour my deliberation. And as I mentioned at the end, during last 15 minutes, you can raise those queries or questions. Friend, some of the key questions are going to be usually like, as I mentioned earlier, whenever I used to have this kind of face-to-face session, I used to ask these questions. Like first question, I mean, I would prefer to ask would be, what is your purpose of attending this pre-PhD course? Because unless you know the purpose, you are going to waste your time. Because I know because this particular gathering, virtual gathering, may be like consisting of full-time research scholars and the teachers who are working in the affiliated colleges, or maybe in the university. They have registered as a part-time research scholar for PhD, right? So you are having you are going through a very important time, and I don't want you to waste your time. If you really want this course, whatever duration you will be having, if you really want this course, I mean this duration, if you want to make this every second of this course count, then you need to ask this question to yourself: what is my purpose of attending this pre-PhD course? And at the end of this course, you need to cross check, like whatever purpose you have narrated down, you have, I mean, write it down on your notebook, whether that purpose got resolved or not. Or if no, if answer is no, there is something wrong with you or the organizers or the people, those who are speaking. There are only three elements here, like you as a participant, we as a resource persons, and third component would be like the organizers. So whatever purpose you will be having, and if you are not able to solve your purpose at the end of this PhD course, it means something wrong, something is wrong with one of those people, right? Then you need to start writing a response to second question as well. What are your expectations from this program? So what do you expect from this program? You should keep on writing, like what expectation number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever. And then at the end, you need to see, like you should see like whether those expectations have been fulfilled during this course or not. And the third question would be, have you prepared a skeleton of action plan to be implemented after completion of this course? Because like whatever time you will be spending for this course, I'm sure you are going to enrich yourself. And once you enrich yourself, you need to have a skeleton of action plan to be implemented after completion of this course. And if you are not doing this, again, you will be wasting your time, you will be wasting your money as well. And therefore, my humble submission and humble advice to all of you, each one of you rather, would be, you please write down responses of all those three questions and see whether you are going to have the correct, like whether your responses are going to be cross verified at the end of this course or not. As I mentioned earlier, like in this particular virtual gathering, there would be research scholars who must have recently enrolled for PhD, because I am quite aware of this. There might be many research scholars, they might be in the middle of their research degree, and there might be few people attending this virtual online program. They might be on the verge of their completion of their PhD degree. Irrespective of like which category you belongs, whether you are just very recently enrolled or middle of your research degree or on the verge of completion of your PhD, I will like again ask you to do this exercise, like beginning exercise, I would say. Kindly do self introspection. It would be a kind of shock analysis. Because those who are teachers, they are well aware, and those who are research scholars, they know, like whenever NAC is going to visit the institution, whether it's university or college, we need to we need to do the shock analysis of our institution. I believe that the similar kind of shock analysis need to be done by every individual. Because if you don't do this, again, like because you need to understand, like what are my, like if I ask me, like I need to understand what are my weaknesses, what are my strength, and accordingly, based on my weaknesses and strength, strength and weaknesses rather, what would be my opportunities and challenges I will be having in front of me. And accordingly, like whenever I will be doing SOC analysis, I will be able to identify the gaps as well. So that is very, very important. Like self introspection, or we can say a SOC analysis and identification of gap, is going to be very, very important. And I will also request you to write down some questions. Those questions, like the answers of those questions you will be seeking from this course. Like what are your, like why, as I mentioned earlier, like what is the purpose of this like there could be, it's not only single purpose, what you are looking for. Like keep on writing what you are looking for, right? What are those questions for which, like you are looking, we are expecting answers from the various resource person, and see like whether you got answers to those questions or not. And as I mentioned earlier, I'm not here to teach you, like whatever reference I'm going to show you, I have already shown you the references, but I'm not going to refer those, like I have not referred rather those books to prepare this talk. What I will be doing is, I'm going to share my experiences, mere experiences, whatever, as I mentioned earlier, whatever the experiences I have gathered during these last 32 years, I'm going to share those experiences only. And what you need to do is, you can cross verify where you are, like wherever, like whenever I will be sharing my experiences, What you need to do, like every times, like because as I mentioned, this is not going to be typical lecture, right? And then I believe that like since as I mentioned that I'm not going to teach you anything, I will be sharing my experiences. It means you need to see like where you are today. That is why I'm requesting you again and again to see like you do your self introspection, do your SOC analysis, and understand where do you stand today, and then cross check with your concept, like whatever conceptual understanding about research you are having, you just cross check that. If you are correct, if you think that you are correct, you please continue with those understanding. And if you think that, if you believe that you need to make some corrections, I would request you to make those corrections and then continue your research journey. If you do like this, then only the purpose of this this program is going to be, this is going to be useful. Uh, uh, as far as the learning objectives are concerned, let me tell you what are going to be learning objectives for you, right? So I want like, because since I have designed this course, I thought like, let me tell you what are the learning objectives. Learning objectives would be to define research and describe research processes and research methods. Like you must be at the end of this course, you must be able to define various research and describe research processes and research methods. You should understand the qualitative research and methods used to execute and validate the qualitative research. That also, like, we need to understand what the quantitative and qualitative research is all about, and how to validate, how to execute that, and how to validate those qualitative research. Third objectives I'm not going to cover, because whatever the content I will be sharing, whatever the experiences I will be sharing, I will not be able to touch upon third objective. Fourth objective is going to be to provide insight into the processes that lead to the publishing research. I will be spending at least 2 lectures, two clock hours at least, to share my experiences in the area of drafting of scientific manuscript. And I'm sure at the end of this program, you will be in better position to draft your research manuscript. And most importantly, you will be able to present, review, and publish your scientific articles. As far as the learning outcomes are concerned, after completion of this course, you all, like a student, will be able to compare and analyze research processes, do systematic literature survey, formulation of research topics, study, design, analysis, and interpretation of data. Design a research approach for a specific research issues of their choice, of the choice of student, and then identify suitable analytical methods for specific research approach. And then most importantly, 5 and 6 I'm not going to cover, but like 7, I'm sure by completion, by attending these 5 lectures with me, not lectures, truly speaking, the experience sharing session, you will be able to draft the scientific manuscript as well. So what I mean to say is, after completion of, at the end of this